It's just where I want it. Okay, if you come over here, you can see that the macaroni twist is boiling, and it's just about ready. It's just how you want it. And then you look in this pot, and you see that this is just about ready. And this is what I'm going to do. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take the bacon, and I'm going to dump it in here. And I'm going to stir it up. I'm going to stir it up in there. Remember to keep your eye on this. And then I'm going to come and dump the onions, the garlic powder in this pot. And then I'm going to come with the mushroom broth. Okay. Then I'm going to come and I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to turn this down to a 3. And the reason why is that is because your macaroni should be about ready. You don't want it to get sticky or anything like that. It should be about ready. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my pot holders, and you can have a rice strainer or this. Put it in the sink, and then you're going to get your pot. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Turn this pot up, the one that has the bacon and everything in it. Turn it up to a 7 because you want it to boil again so it can cook the bacon. And then you're going to get your pot with your macaroni twist in it, and you're going to pour it out. You're going to pour it out, and then you're going to run some hot water over it to try to cut some of the starch out a little bit. And the reason why I put the vegetable oil in it, a tablespoon, was to keep it from sticking together. Okay, and then you're going to drain your macaroni twist, and it should look like this. When you finish, it should look just like this in your rice strainer or colander. And then you're going to take it and make sure you got all the water out, and then you're going to take it and you're going to pour it back in the pot. And then you're going to come here, you're going to get a little seasoning. Put just a little seasoning on it. And you're going to take some broth. You're going to come over here. Keep stirring it. I'll get that up in a minute. We're not perfect. You're going to get your spoon, and you're going to stir it up. And then you're going to take it, put it back on the fire, and you're going to let it steam up. You're going to let it steam up, and let me get my mess up right quick. And you can put your pop top back on your green bean pot. Okay. And then what you're getting ready to do, you're going to take this, your bell pepper and everything that was in your skillet, and you're going to take it and transfer it into a pot. Most of it, not all of it. Most of it you're going to transfer it to a pot. Okay, then you're going to leave some in. You're going to leave some in. You're going to turn the fire down for a moment. You're going to put it on 1. And then what you're going to do, you're going to come over and you're going to take the rest of your chicken broth and you're going to put it in there. And make sure you keep looking at your macarons with a twist, because you do not want them to get soggy, fall apart, and it's called yucky, what the kids say. It looks like tastes like a clay or something in your mouth. And you don't want that to happen. So make sure you keep an eye on that. But like I say, this is turned down. Now what you're going to do, you're going to put that in there, the broth and the mushrooms, onions, and bell pepper, and celery. And what you're going to do, you're going to come and you're going to turn this oil on. You're going to turn this oil on and give it a boil. Now while that's boiling, I'm going to come here and go into the pot where I put the bacon and everything at, and stir it up. And your pot should look like this. It should look just like this. And then what you're going to do, you're going to come and you're going to get your green beans. You're going to get your green beans and you're going to toss it in there. It doesn't matter how many green beans, how many cans. Now, I want to share something with you. Normally, I don't use vegetables out of a can, but this was a leftover, what I'm doing with the pork chops. And then, you know, you want to be quick, because this is why it's called 30-minute meals or longer. But I'm not a fan of that. I didn't have time to run to the stove and get a can of get some frozen vegetables. Then you're gonna come here. You're gonna put a little lemon pepper salt on it. You're gonna turn it up. You're gonna look in here on your macaroni twist. You're gonna look in here, and this is how it's supposed to be looking. This is how it's supposed to look. You just want it to steam. Now what you do, you're going to turn it off, and you're going to put the pot top on it. And you know what? I'm going to be right back with you. Hello there, welcome back. Now, as you can see that the macaroni twist is ready. It's completely ready and steamed and everything. As you can see, it's not clammy, it's not groovy, it's not gluey. Okay, and you look in this pot with your green beans, it should be doing this. You put the pot on there. Now what I'm finna do, and as you look over here where the broth is, it should be looking like that in that pot. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here and I'm going to place these pork chops in there. I'm going to place them in there. Okay, then I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to put it on 4. Okay, now we're going to come back to this and turn it back up to like a 6. That's in the skillet. I need the skillet to get a little warm. Then keep checking your green beans. Keep checking it with the bacon and everything in it. Keep checking it. Okay. Now it has come back up to a level of 6. What I did last night, when I fried the pork chops, I drained the grease and I kept the grinds from the pork chops. Now I'm going to come over here, get my spoon, and I'm going to put it all in this heat with it. Get it all out of there. Then I'm going to take my spatula. Okay. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to take 1 tablespoon, 1 full tablespoon of grease, vegetable oil. And then I'm going to take it, stir it up like that. And then I'm going to turn this pot down a little more. And then I'm going to come here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a tablespoon out of this drawer. I'm sorry. Tablespoon out of this drawer. Wash it down. Dry it a little bit. And then I'm going to come here. Put this to the side. And I'm going to take it and spread it around on top of this. In this skillet, my mushrooms and the little celery and bell pepper that's on it. This was 3 tablespoons of flour. And I'm going to take it and stir it. Wait for it to get brown. And while it's doing that, I'll be right back with you. Ready? Welcome back. Now as you look over, you come to my stove and you look in the pot with the green beans and bacon. See, it's simmering down. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the top back on it and I'm going to turn it up to 8. But watch it because it's going to be steaming. Now as you look in my skillet, you can see everything has turned like a light brown, a dark brown. It's up to you how dark you want your gravy. Like I always say, you know who you're cooking for. You know what your family like. You know who would know whoever you're cooking for, your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whether fiance, whatever you do, plus your children and your grandchildren. So you know just about what they like and what they don't like. Now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get 2 cups of water. And I'm going to pour it in here slowly. When you pour it in there, it should be steaming, like it should be bubbling. It should be bubbling in your skillet. It should be bubbling. You're going to come over here. And you're going to stir it up. And it should be bubbling because it's getting thick. Then you're going to come back. And this will be 4 cups. I'm sorry, the first one was 2. This one's going to be, I'm going to do 1.5 cups, just about. And then you're going to take it, stir it up, and bring it to a boil. Time to catch up. I'm going to turn it up. And then the pot that has the meat in it, I'm going to put it like on a 4. Okay, the gravy it should be boiling in about a few minutes. But remember to keep stirring it up because on the bottom, you do not want it to get scorched. Because if it's scorched and you serve it to your family or friends, you never eat the last of it. Believe me, you won't. Now I'm going to raise up this pot, and this is what it should look like. Your green beans should be looking like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to come back to the gravy. See how it's popping up and how it's getting thick. Keep it going. I'm going to let it keep getting thick. It's keep boiling. It's going to boil. It's boiling hard. Keep going. Keep letting it boil hard. Well, that's what you want. The hotter the better, because when you transfer it over to the pot and the meat, it'll be already hot. And you won't have to wait for it to get hotter. Okay, now you're going to turn off the oil that the skillet is on. Turn it off. And you're going to take it and you're going to take it and you're going to pour it all over the meat. in the pot. Okay, excuse me. Then what you're going to do, you're going to get a fork. You're going to bring it back. You're going to bring it to the first aisle. And you're going to turn it back on. You're going to turn the back aisle off. And it should be boiling. And you might turn it over. However you want to do it. It's up to you. And the meat is already practically ready because remember I put it in there with some mushrooms and everything earlier with some broth. And I let it boil. So all the gravy is doing is just getting through the meat to give it a better taste. Stir it up. Keep it stirred. Keep it stirring. And I'm going to be right back with you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with you. Now this is a conclusion. As you look in your pot, it should be looking just like that. Just like that. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my plate. And I'm going to, this is what the twist is. I'm going to get this macaroni and twist. Macaroni twist. Twisters. Put a lid on this plate. I'm going to come right here. Put a little of my gravy on there. A little gravy on it. Put my spoon right there. And I'm going to pick up one of these pork chops. I'm going to pick it up. Then I'm going to come right here. Get a spoon. Get a spoon. And I'm going to get these green beans and put them on my plate. And I'm going to set it right here. And I hope you enjoy it. It is pork chops smothered in gravy with macaroni twist with brown gravy or white gravy, however you want, on top. And you have your green beans as your vegetables. Now it's up to you what kind of bread you want. If you want it, if you don't, it's up to you. But I want to thank you for tuning in today. And once again, I hope that my meal helps. And give me a thumb up. I'm new at this, but I'm getting there. And I want to give a shout out to my friend, my best friend that has encouraged me, Grill Master 983. And in the meantime, have a beautiful night.